We're here to talk about a set of changes that's long overdue in Indiana. We are an outlier among the states. We have more of almost everything. Taxing units, subdivisions, politicians, and elsewhere. More than we need, more than taxpayers can get good service for, and certainly more than we should be paying for. The process that culminates this morning, or takes a further step forward this morning, has proceeded just as we intended. About a year and a half ago, we asked some of the most illustrious citizens in Indiana, people with no axe to grind, to have a look at how we were delivering local and school services in the state and recommend to us all how that might be improved. They delivered on schedule. That schedule called for a year of deliberation, which we have had. These ideas have sat out there, they've been reviewed, debated, editorialized about, and all of us have learned from the input to which we have listened. The public, in my opinion, has spoken for reform. In every public opinion survey, sentiment is strong. We've also had referenda on at least one set of offices that might be subject to change, and I would submit that the last election had something to say about the public's support for those who advocate doing things differently than we do today. Of the Commission's 27 recommendations, depending how you count it, I am proposing to the General Assembly and to the people of Indiana today that we move forward on a significant majority, by my count, about 16. Now, some of the 27 have already been done, and were done in the context of property tax reduction. But like everyone, I've tried to learn and to listen, and I've tried to select as my suggestions and my recommendations those that I think would make the most difference the soonest, those that can, I believe, command the most and broadest public support. I won't go through them all during the handout, but let me just name some of those that I think are of most significance to us all. There ought to be one single executive in the subdivision we call counties. There are not 3 CEOs in any company I know. There are not 3 commanding generals of any army I know. There are 3 governors. A single accountable executive, I think, is the starting point for many of the other reforms that would help. At the same time we do that we unify the executive, we ought to have a stronger local legislature. Indiana is a strange place in that the county councils do not have the full range of legislative power and authority that they do almost everywhere else in America. So there too I thought the Commission was right on target. A genuine legislature will also have the advantage of bringing government closer to the people. There are more members on a county council than there are than 3, the number of commissioners that we have. The level of government we call townships has outlived its day. It was perhaps well suited 150, 60 years ago to a small frontier state, but not to today. There are 31 states that do without them altogether. There are only a handful of states that have more units of government than we have. It is really time to center on the county as the proper unit of government for those local services we assign to such units. And as part of that, county executive ought to be accountable for the basic fundamental administrative duties of government. And in my set of suggestions, I would leave in place some of the offices of politicians we elect today, but some that are so purely administrative, recorder, coroner, surveyor, treasurer, need not be elected, and need not bring with them all the cost and baggage that goes with them. And so I'm suggesting that we follow the Commission's advice and make those, we deliver those services, of course, but have them delivered by the county executive through the best professional he or she can appoint. And that executive will be accountable and responsible for the level of their performance.